Could you tell us really quick, Jay, what happened on your Facebook page?
Yeah, no worries. So yesterday morning, I did what I would call the most benign political activism, like you could ask for. All I did was simply say, "Hey, everyone, you should all call your representatives and advocate that they confirm RFK Jr." I didn't name a single conspiracy theory. I didn't say the word vaccine. I didn't say anything was poisonous. I didn't say mRNA. All I said was, "Hey guys, you should all call your senators and your representatives and ask them to confirm RFK Jr. because it could be a great step in getting the country healthy." And about half an hour after I made that post, my entire personal Facebook page was completely terminated, like completely disabled. And they made me take a picture of myself and submit it so I could try to get it reactivated. And then, I would say about 6, 7 hours later, they ultimately came back and restored the page. But I'm thinking to myself, what did I actually do to get this page taken down? Because I didn't put out any misinformation. I didn't say anything except call your senators and ask them to confirm RFK Jr. because it could be a great step in getting the country healthy. And I had a picture in the comments listing all the contact information for each senator. So, how is it acceptable that they can just terminate my page like directly after I do that? And granted, they did give it back to me, but it's like, what set off the red flag in their system? And how did this happen literally 2 weeks after Mark Zuckerberg goes on Joe Rogan and says, "Yeah, we messed up, like we did it, like during COVID, we listened to the government, we censored people who weren't lying, who weren't saying anything wrong, they just weren't framing things in the right way, and we're not going to do that anymore. We've learned now, you guys, we want to encourage civil discourse and political discourse on our platforms." And 2 weeks after that, I get my whole page disabled simply for asking my friends to call their senators. So I was, pretty shocked by that, to be honest with you, because, like I said, I didn't even post any quote unquote misinformation.
Yeah.
So that whole story was kind of crazy to me. And I don't know, maybe it had something to do with the fact that I posted about it on Twitter and it wasn't like crazy viral, but it got like a few thousand views. So maybe it was something to do with that. But I don't know, man. It was so crazy that they took my page down for something as simple as that.
Yeah, the timing of it is what got my attention,
Hmm.
Jay, because like look, we've dealt with this stuff. We know how the censorship machine works. We know that Google, YouTube, Facebook, all of them, they've been doing this to us the whole time. I mean, the whole time we've been in existence. I got taken off Facebook back, and this is before this. The timing's important with yours, but with mine,
Hmm.
like I would just share out that I was doing some, like a I don't know, like an interview with Kit Cabello, Hardlens Media, and I just shared it out.
Hmm.
I literally shared out what he posted about our interview, and then Facebook said that yeah, they had to take it down because it was like defamatory against myself or something. They said this is not your attack because we were talking about the YouTube channel being terminated. That was the topic of discussion. So I thought I would share it on Facebook
Wow.
that we got terminated, and then Kit Cabello
And
was
then
interviewing me
Facebook censored you.
because the title of his show was that Matt Weinglass got terminated, Homeless Left got terminated on YouTube. So Facebook flags it and says you're defaming somebody on this platform, and we want to let you know you can't do that. I go, but that someone is me. I'm the person that I'm
That's
sharing about.
crazy. That's
But
crazy.
again, for you to have this happen now after this whole campaign about we're gonna Zuckerberg's come to his senses. Um, and you guys have all seen this interview on Joe Rogan.
Hmm.
Zuckerberg is not. He doesn't have feelings. He's a sociopath. We know how sociopaths work. They have to pretend they have emotion. If you guys
You
want to know
know,
how, well, let me just say, okay, I want to hear this. But if you guys want to know how sociopaths work, go watch American. Uh, what is it? What is the Oh, just blanking. The Christian Bale film, American
American
Psycho.
Psycho.
Go watch American Psycho.
Hmm.
American Psycho will show you and we're supposed to be rooting for him in a weird, twisted way to get through all of his interactions, because it's so hard for them. When you're sociopathic, you have to pretend that you have feelings and do the thing that you think you're supposed to do and respond emotionally the way you think. So it's all fake. It's all acting. And that's what Zuckerberg is. He's a true sociopath who has to pretend, I feel this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to respond to this. None of it is real. He doesn't have emotion. Go ahead.
Yeah, and on Zuckerberg in particular, I remember in the interview he specifically, said that he likes hunting and he uses a bow and arrow. And then Joe Rogan asked him, "What type of bow do you use?" "Oh, I don't know." So like he's literally just saying stuff like to be relatable, lying through his teeth. So that's the kind of person he is, man. He's like, "Oh well, I'm going on Joe Rogan. What do his viewers want to hear? Let me pretend I'm just like them." And but yeah, man, he's hilarious. So the whole timing, like on that situation, hopefully, like, I don't know. I had some hope that Facebook would see improvements with the censorship since he went in that interview. Now I can see it seems like we're pretty much on the same track. But, last thing, it really does show me that they must be truly terrified, like, of RFK Jr. if they're still censoring this heavily, like, around this topic. Because the only thing that could have set off their censors was the fact that I said RFK Jr. in the post and call your senator. And because I mentioned those two words together, they completely disabled my account. It wasn't even a suspension from posting new stuff. It wasn't even like a warning, a deboosting. No, they disabled the whole account just because I said RFK Jr. So they're terrified of him. And, that does give me hope that if he gets in, maybe he is actually going to do something good. I believe he will if he can get in. I do believe, he's a man of character and he stays true to his word the best he can. So I'm hoping he can get in there.
We'll see. It's apparently the confirmation hearing is tomorrow, so yes. We'll be able to cover this on Thursday. And then I know you're coming back next week. I hope it's good news. I hope that we are able to start moving forward with the HHS. And again, this is about rehauling the systems that don't work. And our medical and big pharma doesn't work. And you have all these people in big tech that are trying to protect it, like Zuckerberg. And the fight continues. But tomorrow's a big day, so we're going to know tomorrow. And then I'd love to have the conversation continue. And I hope we're not depressed after this, because we will be. I'm going to tell you that if he doesn't get in tomorrow, there's not going to be much left we can fight for as far as the MAHA movement is concerned. I think we're going to be screwed.
You got a seed oil lobbyist up high in the administration. You have Larry Ellison pushing his new set of mRNA vaccines. You have a big pharma lobbyist as his chief of staff. Like, who Susie Wiles is, right? I don't know if you ever looked at her background, but she's like actually a big pharma lobbyist, not just for big pharma. It's actually for some pretty terrible like industries too. So Trump has a lot of bad people around him. So if RFK can get in there, he is somewhat of a bright spot in there. So you got to hope for the best.
Absolutely.